Hi guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello. Recently Allie Glines uploaded a video called 21 Questions Makeup Edition and I watched it. I really enjoyed it, so I thought let me do it for my channel. I really like Allie Glines. I liked the questions that she asked. So yeah, today's video is the 21 Question Makeup Edition tag by Allie Glines. So the first question is, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? And from what I know and from what I can see, it's this one here. So this is by Urban Decay. This is the Naked Free palette. So I've had this since 2016. It's not a palette that I really reach for anymore. I haven't touched it in a while. I think the last time I touched it was for a specific video. I don't really love the formula. I don't think it's great compared to what I've used now and what I have now. The colour scheme is pretty like pink and cool tone, and that's like my least favourite colour story to wear. This is definitely one of the oldest products in my collection, probably alongside my MAC lipsticks. So the next question is, what is your most recent makeup purchase? I haven't bought makeup in a while. So the last stuff that I actually bought, I actually did like a first impression, so I'll link it up here. So everything in that video is actually my recent purchase. So these two are products that I most recently bought, the e.l.f. setting spray and the Primark honey palette. And I do have like a speed reviews video coming up about these products soon, so I won't tell you what I think about them right now. What is the first makeup product you ever used? I honestly cannot remember, but if I'm honest, it was probably like Dream Matte Mousse. That was probably like my first foundation. I feel like everyone that's around my age used that in high school, so I feel like that's probably my first. But I probably bought like lip gloss and lip balms and stuff, but like from what I remember, I would say it's the Dream Matte Mousse from Maybelline. What is a makeup trend that you used to love but now you hate? To be honest, I don't really hate makeup trends. Are there makeup trends that I just don't do? Yeah. But to say I hate is very strong. So for this question, I'm going to say like liquid lipsticks, because that's all I wore a couple years ago. And it's not that I hate liquid lipsticks because I still wear some, but I always top them off with something more satin and moisturizing. So I'm gonna say liquid lipsticks, but also like Insta brows, like where like they're so blocky here. Don't get me wrong, I sometimes accidentally still do it, but not on purpose. So I'm gonna say Insta brows and liquid lipsticks. What is a makeup trend that you used to hate but now you love? Okay, I'm gonna say natural makeup. It wasn't the fact that I hated natural makeup. Obviously, like I said, I don't hate anything. But I'm going to say natural makeup because I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. I was kind of that person was like, well, if I'm going to wear makeup, I'm going to wear makeup. I would never just do like the natural kind of makeup where it's just concealer, no foundation, or brow gel or freckles. I just could never imagine myself doing that kind of makeup. Probably in the last 2 years, I've become super comfortable in my skin without wearing foundation if I'm wearing makeup, if that makes sense. What is your favorite step in your makeup routine? So this is quite funny because I was just talking about natural makeup, but I've got to say foundation. Like I said, if I want a natural glam, I know that I'm wearing a natural glam, so I'm not wearing foundation. But for me, foundation is my favorite step because I love just having a complete canvas, a blank canvas, so I can add in all the other products. Alongside foundation, bronzer. I love bronzer. I don't know if you're aware, I wear a lot of bronzer. I really love bronzer because it just shapes my face. Like if I'm just wearing foundation, I literally look like the moon. So I would say my favorite step of doing my makeup routine is foundation and bronzer for sure. What is a makeup product you can't live without? This was really hard because I don't wear makeup every day. I've said this so many times on my channel, it's quite annoying. So if I was to really think about a product that I would actually be super upset that I don't have in my life anymore, or that was discontinued, it would be this. So this is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Gel. This is hands down the best brow gel. It's the only brow gel that actually sticks my brows in place. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, I still use this. But I have not found a clear brow gel that does what this one does. And a lot of people think this is overrated. How? I don't know, because this deserves all the hype it gets in my opinion, because it's the best clear brow gel that I've tried. What sparked your love for makeup? Okay, so this was really hard because like I've worn makeup since I was about 14, 15. So there wasn't anything in particular that made me love makeup. However, I hadn't really explored makeup. Like I hadn't explored makeup like this or wearing like lip liners. When I was younger, it was foundation, a bronzer, mascara, and that was it. And then after like 2021, I started really like experimenting with eyeshadow, which is something I never really did before. I've always actually ended up putting something on my eyes. Like I used to put bronzer in my crease, but I never like thought of buying eyeshadow. So what sparked my real interest and like love and creativity for makeup would probably be like YouTube. So yeah, I would say like YouTubers, like they definitely made me like appreciate and think of makeup other than just like trying to hide your acne scarring. So yeah, definitely YouTube sparked my love for makeup. What is the worst makeup look you've ever done? Have you got time? There's quite a few. So I'm gonna say all of these. I'm gonna put them up right now. They're not like the worst, but when I look back, I just don't like the color scheme or how I did it. But now, if I was to do a makeup look that I know I wouldn't like right now, it would probably be using these kind of tones. I really don't like these tones for me. I don't like cool tones for me, especially with this kind of tone, like pink mauve. I think they look horrendous on me. What is your favourite makeup look you've ever done? Probably say the ones I'm going to post up right now are probably like the more dramatic side of the ones that I've loved. But I really like, there's a specific look that I really try to recreate all the time when I'm doing like more soft makeup. It's actually a look that I do a lot. And yeah, I love that look on me. It's just very soft, very like natural. What is your favourite drugstore product? So I have a lot of makeup favourites that are from the drugstore because I do buy mostly drugstore, if I'm honest. Like I love drugstore products. I don't really buy as much high-end as I do drugstore. But right now, I've got to say this. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. It's what I'm wearing today. It has been a foundation that I've worn constantly. Anytime I'm wearing foundation, more or less I'm using this. And I just really like it. I like how it looks on my skin. It's lightweight. It doesn't look bad on me. It just never fails me and I love it. And yeah, right now, this is definitely my favourite makeup product from the drugstore. What is your favourite splurge makeup product? So hands down, my Hourglass face palette. So it looks like this. I have spoken about this so much on this channel. I don't know how it doesn't look like I've used more of it because I truly love this. The highlight definitely has a dent. Everything else doesn't really have a dent, even though like I use this all the time. This is definitely one of my favourite products in general, not even like a splurge. It is definitely worth the hype for me. What is your most repurchased makeup product? I've got to say mascara, like Allie, because mascara is something that I tend to buy quicker than like foundation, bronzer, blush. But I'm going to say one in particular. So this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This is almost empty, so I'm going to actually be throwing this one out and I have a backup already. I've gone through, I don't know how many of these already. I love this mascara. Do I tend to keep mascara longer than I should? Hands down, yes I do. But if I really think about what product I repurchased the most, hands down this. And yeah, it's one of my favourite mascaras. Never fails me. What is your earliest makeup memory? I'm going to say one of my aunties. My auntie was very much like a glamour kind of girl. I watched her putting on her makeup as a little girl, just sitting there while she was in like her little, she was in like this little cubby hole that she had and it had all her products and I was just sat there watching her. So yeah, that's probably the earliest makeup memory that I have is watching my auntie getting ready, putting her makeup on and then putting on like her perfume and her clothes. She was like the beauty girl, the glamour girl that I had around me. What is your favourite place to shop for makeup? I'm going to say Cult Beauty for online. In store, I'm going to say Superdrugs. I love going into Superdrugs. I love their little their big stands because now they have quite big stands. And it's Superdrug, not Superdrugs. I say drugs, I don't know why. What is the most underrated makeup product you own? So I'm going to say these two here. So this is the liquid blush by MUA and this is the liquid blush by B by Superdrugs. I speak about these a lot on my channel, but I don't hear anyone else talk about them. I feel like I've heard 1 or 2 people talk about this, but no one talk about this. These are stunning liquid blushes. Highly recommend. I've spoken about them a lot on my channel, so I'm not going to talk about them too much, but if you're into liquid blushes, these two will not disappoint at all. What is the most overrated makeup product you own? Okay, so I don't own it anymore, but I have owned it in the past. I'm going to say Max Fix Plus. I don't understand why people are like, I just love Max Fix Plus. I just constantly buy it. I think it's like this amazing product. I don't get it. I honestly do not understand the hype around Max Fix Plus because I have found so many alternatives. I have accidentally duped them. I haven't even been looking for a dupe and I've duped them. When I tried it, I was like, I'm so confused. Is this what everyone talks about? Because everything it did for me, my other setting sprays from drugstore brands does for me as well. So it just, Max Fix Plus, I don't understand the hype. What is a discontinued makeup product you wish would come back? I was going to say the MUA Wonder Vanishing Primer. You can't get that anymore. Brilliant, lovely primer. However, I just thought, let me look up if my NYX lip liners are still in stock, if they've been discontinued. They've all been discontinued, like these colours in particular. I am so confused to why, because they have other colours. They still have this line, like the NYX lip liners are still a thing, but for some reason, they have decided to discontinue all the free brown shades that I use. All the shades that I love, all the shades that I would want to repurchase, they've discontinued. So it is Cocoa, Cappuccino and Brown Coffee. I haven't even checked to see if the NYX lip liners, the other ones that I have in my collection, have been discontinued as well, because I can't face that much sadness in one day. But yeah, these three lip liners are the lip liners that I use the most. They're like my go-to lip liners. I have recommended them a lot on my channel, thinking that you can still get them. And then I found out today we can't get them anymore. Where do you go for makeup inspiration? I would say I look at the palette and see what kind of colours jump out at me and what I would want to create together. But also I go onto Instagram and I see what kind of looks and things are like trending, or makeup artists. Because their techniques are so different to mine, I like watching them just to see if I can learn anything. And I usually end up loving and recreating certain looks or colour schemes. So yeah, I would say makeup artists, Instagram and the actual palette itself. So what do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? So I'm guessing like the makeup industry. I actually said less products, like Allie Glines. She said less production, less products. Highly agree with that. I think the makeup world is very saturated with the same products. So I would love to see diversity within the new releases. For example, when I say less product, I mean Colourpop. Love Colourpop, love Makeup Revolution, but they release too many products. I can't even buy, more so with Colourpop, not so much Revolution. I can't even buy stuff that I've wanted to try for a while from the Colourpop website, because they don't stock their stuff. They only stock what's new, and it's like, well, stop creating new stuff and stock what you already have and what people already love. I would love to see less negativity in the beauty space. Like the amount of horrible comments I see in people's like posts about new products are horrible. Like, you don't need to be mean. For me personally, if I see a product that I don't like or that I wouldn't buy, I keep scrolling. I don't understand the need to comment or to let someone know how you feel about their product or their face or their eyebrow. I just don't understand. I just don't understand the whole comment every opinion that you have. I don't understand that. So the last question is, what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? I would say more refills, more eco-friendly packaging. So for example, when I say refills, like if I wanted to buy this again, instead of buying the whole package, I could just buy like the actual liquid to go in here. I know perfumes do it, so I think makeup should do it. I know Fenty started doing that with their skincare, but I also think makeup can introduce refills. Another thing that I really want to see more so in the makeup industry, which I think we're going towards that, is more like mindful of buying and using what we have. Like, I've been really watching Project Pans and I love them. I'm currently doing like a Project Pan kind of thing, but I'm noticing how long it takes me to get through a product. So like now when I'm thinking of buying about makeup, I really look at my collection and think, I don't need any new makeup. I really don't need any new makeup. And all the makeup I'm buying, they're gonna go out of date and I'm gonna have to throw them away if I don't use it. So if makeup was in like recyclable packaging and components, I wouldn't feel so guilty about throwing away old makeup, if that makes sense. And something else, inclusivity. I know there's not a lot of bronzers for deeper skin tones. Like, I can pick a lot of bronzers for my skin tone, but one of my close friends can't. Like, I want it to be completely balanced in the makeup industry. Like, I should be able to go into a store and pick up what I want, which I can. So should my friends. I want to be able to recommend stuff to my friends and know that they're going to have a tone or a shade for their complexion, whether it's bronzer, highlight, blush, foundation, concealer, setting powder, any of those products. So for that, I'm going to say inclusivity. So yeah guys, that was my 21 question makeup edition tag created by Allie Glines. I absolutely loved creating this video. However, it took me so long because I kept getting tongue-tied and I couldn't speak. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.